if I can convince my math teacher to let me write about NCT for my math internal assessment, then I can match birds and NCT together, all that I want. You may be wondering, why birds? Birds are very specific for you to match. Well, you see, beyond my YouTube life, and I'm surprised I haven't really mentioned it very much, but I really like them. I think they're very cool. I watch them when I'm bored in class outside the window. I volunteer at a bird museum nearby and learn about them and tell others about it. And when I go to college soon, I'm hoping to become an ornithologist or a bird scientist. So it's kind of my thing. Like, my classmates are getting tired of me spitting bird facts at them. Good thing is that we all graduated, so they don't have to hear the end of it. Now, it's all to you. You have to deal with it. But hopefully you do. So if this is a way to get you to be more interested in the world around you by matching them with my other interest of NCT, then, that's great. That's fantastic. So you may be wondering, why did I first start with Hendery here? And that is because, well, one, he's my bias. I love him to death. I think about him at least once every day, or something like that. And I think he's also showing hints of becoming interested in birds. Is this me being delusional and projecting my career aspirations as someone who doesn't know me? Yes. But did I also have once a dream where we were at a bus stop and then I kept talking to him about bird facts and he seemed kind of interested? Yes. Also that. But there has been hints of him mentioning them, and it makes my little, heart flap their wings. For example, this was all during their, hiking, camping videos Wavy did, so we'll start off with that, and hopefully I can teach you a few little things, but then we're gonna get into matching birds, and then, all that. So first of all, the first mention of birds, my little heart was very giddy, and that's when he decided to reenact becoming a woodpecker. Pecking is correct. That is how they peck. As so. Though his portrayal is getting there, where it's almost scientifically accurate, we need to make some points. They're not gonna just, go off the tree and catch an acorn like you would to a dog tossing a treat. It's more like the food is already in the tree, and that's where they're eating. They eat grubs and insects that you can find in trees, and they'll peck holes into it, and then take their tongue out, spear it into the hole. And basically, that's how they're gonna eat it. They're not gonna, catch acorns from Yang. Sorry. Fun fact. Woodpecker tongues go around their eyeballs and their brains. And basically, it will go around here, and then once it's, just pecking, the tongue will be right there, and it will prevent them from getting a concussion or a headache from it. Until it can, recoil out like that, and then like that. It's really cool. I swear, it's not that creepy. The second video that Hendery mentioned birds was when they went camping, and as so. With this hand motion of baby bird, they don't really do that. They don't have wings. They don't fly. They're just little turds in a little blanket. But they do have the second best blow up in all animal history. First place goes to me. And then the third mention of Hendery was just a recall of memory to a previous moment. Here. Now, we must assess, what bird would he be? There are thousands of bird species in the entire world, and it's crazy, 10,000. How can we narrow it down to one? Well, I think I have a good idea. After a thorough search in the whole bird world, I think I narrowed down to one main one and then some secondary ones. And I'll talk about this main one first. And that is the Anna's hummingbird, which can be found on the west coast of the United States, Canada, I think also Mexico, and they are very cool. And I will explain why. First of all, its flying habits. I find that the way that a hummingbird flies is very similar to how Hendery moves. It's very smooth. It's a little bit like kooky wacky crazy, but in a good way. Like in terms of, like, hummingbirds can fly forwards, backwards, up, down, side to side, and even upside down, or just hover. And I find that those similar movements can be found in Hendery in terms of his dance, or just him goofing off. Both the hummingbird and Hendery share a very energetic spirit that can really, like, anytime anyone sees them, they're just like, whoa, look at that, and it will bring a nice smile to your face once you see something like just them being around and having a good time. And then also, I think there's some other interesting facts. For example, they drink nectar. I'm sorry, that was really bad. They can travel long distances for migration, which is where they go for the winter. I think that's very similar to perhaps World Tour. Where is it? But also, I don't know what SM's gonna do with the whole Quanya thing. Well, Navis. Navis is Hendery's lookalike, so that's possible. Yeah, I think so. Specifically, why the Anna's hummingbird? Because it's pink, which is not only Hendery's favorite color, but I think it really matches him very well. Now, how do hummingbirds get such iridescent and colorful feathers? It's not because of pigment that's found in the feathers, but actually the feather structure that will reflect light in a certain way to get those colors. For example, the Anna's hummingbird is like goldish pink, so then it will reflect gold and pink and red light and then absorb the rest. And that's just how it happens. And I think that's really cool. Now, what are some alternative birds that I think Hendery could be? I think possibly a raven in terms of, like, they're very smart and they are really good at finding clever solutions to, like, puzzles or challenges.
我想到了，回去。Magic.
But also, they can speak some languages, like they can be found copying human speech.
Nevermore.
But I also think that lyrebirds, like the superb lyrebird of Australia, could also fit this. Like, look at those tail feathers, and tell me that does not give Hendery energy? Like, come on. But also, have you ever heard their calls? It's like general chaos. And you know what? I'm a fan. And I think it just makes sense. It clicks up here, right? Alright, do you have any other NCT members you want birds matched with? Comment them below. Alright, goodbye. I mean, have you seen that video of Bella chasing a bunch of magpies in the park? That is... Anyways.